is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Hello there. Hello. Yeah. Welcome to another live stream. It's been a while since I live streamed, so I'm actually a little bit rusty at the moment. I am actually a little bit rusty at the moment. Where on earth am I? I am at Mataveri International. That is where we'll be taking off and landing to today. There we go. We are at Mataveri International. That is on Easter Island. I want to take a good look around. One of my favorite places. A very remote place to be flying out of. Obviously we're not flying to anywhere because the nearest landfall is very, very far away. What we're going to be doing instead is we're going to just take a good look around Mataveri Island in today's not Mataveri Island, Easter Island in today's live stream here. Okay, great. There we are. The airport by default is very, very beautiful. We'll take a look around it. I wish I could walk all the way in there, but that's a little too far. But as you can see, it's a very beautiful area here. This is early morning in Easter Island. This is not real time. We are flying real weather though. Let me double check that. Yes, we don't have real time, but we've got real weather going on. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning here at Easter Island. So yeah, one of the most beautiful islands. Very simple in its layout. It has a very large runway, a very beautiful airport, and that's pretty much all there is here. So let me do this. Let me go ahead and get into our drone camera mode here. There we go. Brilliant. Let's check out this beautiful airport. Shall we do that? Yeah, let's do that. First of all, let's just go up here and check out the surrounding area, which looks absolutely stunning. It does look absolutely stunning, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm just making sure that I've got the correct filters on there. There we go. Absolutely beautiful area to be flying in and around. Anyway. Let's come down here. Let's check out the various buildings. Very nice. Got some artwork here. Aeroporto Mataveri. Okay. It's pretty cool. I can't tell if there's anybody in the live chat. Oh, would you look at that? It's a very nice sculpture of a crocodilian of some sort. What is that? I don't know, but it's a very nice looking little sculpture, statue, etc. Lovely details on that tree there. Again, this is a flight simulator. It's ridiculous, some of the level of detail that they bothered to go through with here. Can't go inside the building, but that's okay. Aeroporto Mataveri. Now, this is all default scenery. I do know that there is scenery available for Aeroporto Mataveri, but I'm not going to. I have not installed it, and I doubt I will be buying it because the default scenery is so nice as it is. Something that looks a little bit dubious there. That's okay. All right, got our usual cars parked out front. Okay, there we go. Very, very nice. Now, this aircraft clearly does not have a GA section. It's primarily just used by LATAM for use by the island. I believe that this is the airport that they use for everything, including waste disposal, getting rid of their garbage, food supply, other amenities. Everything is done by cargo. So LATAM operates here. LATAM Chile operates here from Santiago. That, I believe, is the only regular flight that Mataveri has. Okay, enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump into our aircraft here, which is the V35B, the V-tail Bonanza by Carenado, the one that comes default in Microsoft Flight Sim. As you can tell, it's an absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful aircraft. Okay, it is absolutely beautiful, incredible stuff. It's just incredible, this thing, if you ask me. So that is what we'll be flying here today. It's an aircraft that I've flown many times and I'm very fond of it. Very nice textures, looks really good. If we try to look at the detail here on that badge as well, look at that. Very, very nice aircraft here. Okay, so without further delay, let's go ahead and jump into this aircraft, get it started up, and we'll take our tour around Easter Island, check out some statues. Okay, cool. There we go. We are back in here. Very nice. Just checking the views. All right, we're back in here, and there is the default view that I like to use here. Let's go ahead and fly some, shall we? Before we get started here, of course, just checking the frame rates and stuff. We're all good here. Slightly stuttery a little bit. Although I am streaming at 4K. This should be visible at 4K. And yeah, CPU usage is, it's not that bad, but it is slightly high. It's okay. That's all right. So yeah, I have stopped streaming on Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. I'm only streaming on YouTube now, just to keep things simple for the time being. If I'm being honest, I really don't want to be bothered with the other platforms at the moment. So yeah, let's hope this goes well, but you guys should be able to view this in excellent quality on YouTube. Anyway, whatever. Let's get this party started. We're going to get that removed there. Let's make sure that our fuel selector is selected to which one? Left main tank at the moment. That's enough for us. Okay. Let's get the batteries up and running. Okay, let's get the batteries up and running. We'll do that right there, and then we'll have that on. We'll turn the alternators on there. Nav light needs to go on there. We'll turn on beacon light. RPM high, fuel mixture high. We'll put the fuel boost pump on there. Then we'll go ahead and start our engine. There we go. We need to increase that RPM. There we go. We're going to leave it right there. We can turn on our taxi lights, put down the flaps, turn off the auxiliary fuel pump, and let's get all the lights going, shall we? Just in case we need them. Get all the lights going there. Strobe light can wait. The rest of the lights can wait. We're not going to use the GPS today because Easter Island is fairly straightforward. Going to pre-program 2,000 feet in case we need to use it, but it is a fairly straightforward island to navigate around. The runway actually takes up much of the size of the actual island, so we are definitely not going to be needing any GPS today to help us. Let's take a look at our transponder. We'll leave it at altitude for the time being. Okay, that's fine. We'll turn it on later on. We've got our AP here. We're not going to be using anything else today. Brilliant. Great. Means we're ready to get on out of here. Okay. Brilliant. Release parking brake, and we are rolling, ladies and gentlemen. We are rolling. Very nice. What other views do I have? Oh, lovely. It's a very nice view here. Very nice. Let's turn that in. Alrighty. Okay, beautiful. Let's now taxi towards the end of this runway. We'll turn around and take off. No rush here today. No rush whatsoever. I believe we do have a bit of wind going on. Let me check the weather for... got a 5-knot wind from 140. That's okay. 5 knot from 140 degrees. That is not too bad for us. Although it is going to affect our takeoff here. I need to pump the brakes there. There we go, and we're gonna turn around. Brilliant. Let's there we go. That's good enough for us. Put the parking brake on there. Let's get that strobe light up and running. Pitot heats that, and then let's turn on our transponder there. Everything else looking good. Fuel quantities are plenty for today. Fuel mixture rich. That is rich. We should get the auxiliary fuel pump turned on for takeoff, but I'm not going to do that today. I think we can leave it off for today. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready. So let's get out of here. We'll put our heading knob. Oh, I hate this heading knob. It's one of those runaway heading knobs. Okay, put that up there, 2,000 feet, ready to go ahead. Release parking brake. 50%. %. Okay, there we go. It's plenty for us to take off today. 60. There we go. Gear up. Gear is up. Flaps up. Flap is up. And we are out of here. So close up our cowl flap here. Landing lights and taxi lights off. Let's get our fuel mixture to half. RPM slightly lower. There we go. We are out of here, ladies and gentlemen. There is our runway, and as you can see, it is very, very large. Takes up much of the size of the island, really. It's almost as wide as the island at this part. Anyway, okay. We head back in here. What a beautiful sight along the coast. Let's just fly along here and enjoy the sights. I'm hand flying this at the moment. We're yet to engage autopilot. Beautiful stuff. Okay. We are speeding along here, so you can cut the throttle a little bit. Gloomy weather over the island at the moment. That's okay. We're a little bit fast here, but yeah, that's okay. We're headed towards some of the statues there on the beach. There it is. I can see some of them right there. There they are. Gonna take a closer look at them once we yeah, we'll come back around and take a closer look at them. Very nice. speed up a little bit, shall we? That glitch is a problem. There is a glitch out there in the distance in the water, and that is something that I've been struggling with quite a bit. All my 2024. I don't know. Sure, there are more statues around the island, but I just don't know where exactly they are. We did spot one on the beach, which we'll take a closer look at in just a second. Where are the rest of the Easter Island statues? I'm not so sure. Let's try and spot them. Ooh, we're traveling a bit too fast. Precipitation around us, bit of a drizzle, trying to, oh, there it is, second set of them, they're right there. There is a second set of statues right there. We're gonna come back and take a closer look at them, of course. First, let's just skirt around the island. Maybe even pass through this area of rain here. Check that out. Where's the airport? I expect to see the airport right as we cross beyond this hill. I assume, I'm not so sure. Let me have a look around. Okay, there we are. We're coming up on the town. In the airport. That means we would have skirted around the entire island once. We'll head on over to take a closer look at the statues from here on out. There it is. Up ahead of us is the town. The populated area of the island. Easter Island. So now that I've followed along the coast of the island pretty much, I'm going to traverse the island once we reach the airport. I'm going to turn around and try and traverse the island down the middle so we can reach the two areas with the statues on the beach fairly quickly. Okay, coming up on some habitations. Very nice. I wonder what people here do. What activities can you do on Easter Island? It's not like you can just hop in a boat and just go away, because I'm sure there is some level of boating, like you can see on the out your window here, but it is dead ocean. These are not shallow waters. I don't think they are. You're smack dead in the middle of the Pacific, I believe. Look at that. Does have some large buildings and stuff though. Now, and here we are right at the foot of the runway where we took off from. There is the airport buildings right there. Mataveri Internacional. We're just gonna go around to the side here, turn around, and we're gonna try and split the island. Very nice. They really built the airport on the only real flat area. Well, there is one more on the other side of the island, I believe. Look at that. Is that a building on top of this? That is amazing. That is amazing. Look at that. Good lord, is that like a crater? Is that an extinct? It seems like a volcano of some sort. That is crazy. I did not even know that this was there. That looks like a volcanic crater of some sort. That is crazy. Really, really cool. Let's take a good look around here, and also at that little house or building of some sort. Obviously, they're not all accurate, because as you can tell, there is a building in the middle of those trees there. That's not accurate. I don't think it is. There are a few buildings and roads around here. That is fascinating. Imagine that being your backyard when you get out in the morning. That is crazy. Let's take a good look around here. Beautiful stuff. Would you look at that? Let's turn ourselves in here and take a look at whoever is living here. Look at this. That is crazy. Right at the foot of that too. Okay. Let's now speed along and split this in half. Head straight for the area with the mountains. I mean, sorry, the statues. Take a good look at the statues. Let's see how that goes. So we'll fly along here in a straight line, more or less. And I believe the statues are... they're somewhere over here. The first set of them. So let's just fly directly to them, actually. Perhaps splitting the island is not a good idea. Let's set the heading knob somewhere there. Let's turn on autopilot. Let's turn on heading mode. Let's hold the altitude. There we go. Let's fly directly there. And we will cut our speed down slightly, not a lot. Let's fly directly to that area and check out what's going on there. All right, wonderful. Very, very nice. I believe we're coming up on the statues out on the side there, so I'm gonna have to... yeah, I believe we're coming up on the statues there. I'm gonna have to slow us down so we can take a good look around. Speed is slightly too high there. Okay, let's slow down the aircraft. Because I can see them statues there, so I'm gonna slow it down 50%. Gonna introduce some drag here. Actually gonna cut the throttle completely. Allow the speed to bleed off here. There we go. Put the flaps down. 50% throttle. And let's cut the autopilot. Get a bit more throttle there, not too much. There we go. Now we can take a good look. We can take a good look at these statues. There we go. Let's get a little bit closer to them, shall we? Just making sure my airspeed isn't too low. Look at that. We are checking out the statues at Easter Island. Gotta be careful with the speed here though. Gonna come in a bit more closer here. There we go, that's much better with the speed. Look at that. Okay. There we go. There are the statues right there. Beautiful. Excellent. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that little show right there. We're now gonna head on towards the next set of the very same statues. Full throttle. Put one of the flaps up. And out we go. There we go. Let's now head on towards the other set of the statues there, which I believe a little bit off to that side, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful. I believe they're off to... Yep, somewhere here. Along this line is the other set of statues, and we just gotta find them. We're off to our left, so. Bit of a rain there, but should be able to still see them quite clearly. Come on, where are the other statues? They should be somewhere here. Think I see them? Yes, I do. I see them all right. Yep, there they are. Okay. So let's slow this down once again. There we go. Slowed down our aircraft there rather abruptly, but that's okay. And there are the next statues. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. Beautiful beach there. So as you can tell, we're bleeding speed even though we are descending quite rapidly. So I'm gonna need to increase the thrust there to maintain somewhere around 80-85 knots minimum, so we don't stall out here. There we go. Now we can begin. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Let me switch to some cinematic here. Look at that. Okay, need to watch my speed there. Much better. Need to watch altitude too. This is not exactly a flat area. Ooh. We need to increase our speed here. Okay, let's try that again. Oh yes, look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful. I wonder if these statues were actually on these platforms. Were they done later? That looks so good, doesn't it? Are these the actual statues or the replicas of them? I'm a bit confused. I know that there are more statues which are just out there on the green, and I don't know where to locate those on the island. But anyway, beautiful stuff. I don't know if those are the actual statues, but let's see. Let's see if I can locate the actual statues, eh? Really cool. Anyway, that is that. Let's continue on for today. I think I'm not going to go hunting for the actual statues today. I think for today, I think we're gonna go ahead and land our aircraft. Yeah. For today, let's go ahead and land our aircraft. What is that? No idea. What a beautiful place to be flying in. All right. Go ahead and turn on autopilot, altitude, heading. There we go. Just typing in my own chat to see if it works. Yep, it does. That's good. Coming down. Okay, we're gonna turn around this way. I'm gonna make that landing, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Coming up on the runway right ahead of us. Let's get Sky Dolly running. So we got landing replay here. With that said, let me disconnect the autopilot. Let's cut down our throttle to 50%. Bleed off that speed, come on. Just like that. Bleed that speed off, bleed that speed off, right there. Put down our flap. Put down our flap. Put down the gear. There we go. Brilliant. We are going to do that. There we go. Ready to land, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put those lights there on. That means we are pretty much ready to land now. There we go. Got plenty of runway. And the airport is all the way at the end, so it makes no sense to touch down at the actual touchdown zone. But in the interest of good landings, we're still gonna try and make this. I need to apply that fix which removes the trees from the edge of the runway, because it's not realistic, you know. We are nearly stalling at this point. But that's okay. That's okay, there we go. Coming in hot. All right. Let's get ourselves to the end of the runway, shall we? Where the airport is, more or less. All right, welcome back into Mataveri, ladies and gentlemen. Let us... Oh, that's too much. That's too much. Sorry, my bad. Let's go ahead and get the strobe lights off, landing lights off. Let's put the fuel mixture a little lower. And yeah, let's put those up, shall we? Oh, we forgot to close the cowl flaps. I mean, open the cowl flaps for landing. That's okay. Put that RPM up a bit more. Let's go ahead and land. Ah, there it is. Let's park ourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Welcome back into Mataveri. Let's go ahead and turn that off, kill the engines. There we go. Beacon lights off, taxi lights off, pitot heats off, alternators off. This thing, that is a magneto, all the way off. Can turn off the lights there. There we go, brilliant. Everything is off. Fuel selector, we'll leave it off here as well. Okay, open that up. Let's turn off the batteries as well. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Fuel check. Okay, we got a little bit of a low fuel on the left tank, but nothing much. Nav lights off. And welcome back to Mataveri International. All right. So, this was a test stream, more or less, or at least a stream for me to check out how things were going after 1 month of no live streaming. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, if anyone was actually watching this. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, if anybody was actually watching. I don't think many people were watching. I tend to lose like almost all of my viewers when I take a break. And this break was definitely one that was not supposed to happen, but it did, ladies and gentlemen, and I apologize about that. But at least we are back on now for a bit more before I possibly disappear for a little longer. I don't know. Life's a little crazy these days, but anyway. With that, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time, and I will catch you very, very soon in the next live stream, which could be today. Actually, it is going to be today. So yeah, see you guys on the next live stream. Thank you very much. If anybody was watching this, if you were, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to push towards 1,000 subscribers. Let's see if that can actually happen. So yeah, let's see if that can happen. Cheers. See you soon.